What's going on, guys? Chris Rednick here, and today we're going to be doing another vlog video. And before people complain in the comments, I want to give a big apology first for the shaking of the video. I haven't figured out a way to like mess with the camera so it fits and it doesn't shake, because how my car works is there's a lot of bumps here and my fucking alignment's really bad, so every bump my car just goes like this. So it's really hard to fix for like the camera wise, but the last video went good, everyone liked it, so I figured let's do another one. So today's story, it's gonna be about how I got my first car. Sophomore year, I had my permit. Literally, I was the only kid, pretty much, like, I was like the first kid as a sophomore to get my permit. And honestly, I thought it was the coolest fucking thing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm 16, I just got my permit. What'd be better just to get a car? Honestly, I was looking for cars ever since I was 15, and because I always wanted a car. And at the time I got this car, I didn't know how to drive standard, and it was standard, but oh well, right? So I'm on Craigslist and I find this Volkswagen Jetta. It's a Mark III and it's a 1997. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hop on it. The girl wanted like 600 bucks. I swear to God, I talked to this girl for a month straight. First time we went to look at it, we already knew it was a hoopty. It was me and Orion. We knew it was a hoopty, but first car, whatever. Got her down to 400 bucks. When I went to look at it, didn't even have any money. Had no money. I was one of those Craigslist kids. Said, yeah, I got money, let me come look at it. They're like, yeah, come on down. So I looked at it. I told her 400 bucks, and I told her, yeah, I'll be back next week. And then at this time I had a broken ankle, so I had one of those boots on my like foot, like you can walk, but it was like this big ass boot and it hurt so bad. And like I said, I had no idea how to drive standard. So the second time I went, I still had no money, so we went to my dad's house and he actually gave me 230 bucks to get the car. So that's all I had, is 230 bucks. We go back there and we talk to her. See, people like the Miata. But we go there with 230 bucks, we test drive it, whatever. I stall it a million times. And fucking, I say, look, this car's a hoopty. The reverse grind, I'll tell you about that a little later. Reverse grind, and this thing's a fucking hoopty. It had an electrical problem. Of course, when we were there, everything worked 100% fine, so we're like, oh, it's not that bad, whatever. She said the car overheated sometimes, but when we were driving, the car wasn't overheating. We're like, this thing's fucking mint. So we get it. I'm like, look, we only got 230 bucks. She's like, you know what? Just take it. And we asked her if we can use the plates, so it's registered and insured, obviously. She said, yeah, just return them back. So, beep at me. So we're driving it back. I didn't drive it back, obviously, because I didn't know how to drive standard. But Orion's driving it back. The fucking sunroof flies open. Like, this thing is a fucking piece of dog shit, but I thought I was the coolest kid because I had a car a sophomore year. Fucking flies open. Gotta push it down really fast. I didn't even go with them. I was the car behind, and our friend Dylan was in the car, I think. Don't quote me on that. Man, everyone waves at me in this thing. But yeah, we're on our way home. Drives home great. Thing, it was open headers, loudest car on the planet, super obnoxious. Car never overheated. It was a 45-minute drive home, never overheated once. And Orion brings it to a parking lot. It was like 10 o'clock at night. Brings it to a parking lot so I can learn how to drive. Fucking, I'm stalling this thing. Once again, I had the brace on, so I'm stalling this thing left and right. Thing's a fucking shit show. And I never told my mom I bought this car. She was like, wait till you get your license and we'll get a car. And I couldn't wait. I was super impatient, so I went behind her back once again. And yeah, I know, I'm a terrible son. Went behind her back, got this car. So when we got home, nowhere to park it. Absolutely nowhere. We parked this car behind this lady's house. It was a big dirt parking lot. We had nowhere else to park it. It was maybe like a quarter mile away from our house, so we park it back there. And fucking, we just leave it there. It's like 11 o'clock at night. and the hazard lights, like, they wouldn't like stay off. So we disconnected the battery. This is what the girl was talking about with the electrical problems. They would not shut off whatsoever. So we're like, what the fuck? So we just unhooked the battery and we're like, fuck it, whatever. Day 2 comes. We had a delay because it was snowing. I can go. We had a delay because it was snowing, so it was me, Brennan, and Orion. We went down to the car. We brought it up to Orion's house. And this is when it started overheating. We brought it to Orion's, and it was fine and dandy. I'm like, all right, I want to drive into school, because we were going to drive into school. My blinker's still on. So he was like, yeah, go ahead, just... And the battery was so shot that we had to jump it, and it would not charge at all. The alternator was probably fried, but we could not shut the car off, so I could not stall it whatsoever. So I'm over here shitting my pants. It's snowing out. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Brennan's in the back, Orion's in the front. We're driving around, and of course, when I drive it, the car starts to overheat. And when I was sophomore, I didn't know much about cars. Like that, the overheating stuff scared me. Honestly, I thought when a car overheated, the car was gonna explode, catch on fire, and fucking blow up. So this fucking car, I see the temp gauge just racking. We're sitting on a hill, and it's at a stop sign, and there's snow on the ground and everything. I'm like, all right, I don't think I can do this. And he's like, dude, you gotta do it. If you stall it here, we're fucked. The car is literally at, I think it was at like 300 degrees. It was pinned. Smoke coming out of the hood, fucking shit show. So I'm like, all right, I don't think I can do this, man. I'm freaking out. He's like, just dump the clutch and hope for the best. So I'm fucking sitting here like that. I'm sitting there like that. I don't know what gear I'm in now. And I just dumped the clutch at like 6,000 RPMs, and we're fucking doing fucking burnouts up the hill. 8 o'clock in the morning. Car's overheating already. Doesn't help that we're fucking turning RPMs, but we ended up making it to McDonald's, and we get there, shut the car off. Car's literally fucking smoking like a bitch, more than you fucking do a burnout and all the fucking tire smoke everywhere, more than that. So we sit there for a couple minutes, we let it cool down, and then we push it to pop start it, and I'm still driving. So we're driving around. We still have a half an hour to go to school, so we're driving around. And the car starts overheating again. And so we pull over. It was like, I think it was at a church. We pull over at this church. Car's smoking again. Orion opens the hood. I don't think any of us knew this at the time, but obviously when there's a lot of pressure in the radiator, you should not, I repeat, like, you should fucking not turn the radiator cap. What do? We turn the radiator cap, and what happens? 1,000-degree fucking coolant squirts everywhere. I swear to God, it was like a fucking volcano. We all start running, we're like, oh shit. And I thought the car was fucking like on fire and shit. I'm like, oh my God, what do we do? So we're just letting all the coolant come out. Fucking it's exploding. We don't know what to do, so we just sit there and watch. After like 30 seconds, there's no coolant left or anything. So we put some water in it. Once again, it's snowing, so it's cold out. Yes, it could have froze, but it didn't. We put some water in it. We drive it to school, because at this time, we gotta go to school. The reason why we drove this to school, because we knew it had an overheating problem, and Orion said he was gonna fix it in shop. So, we get there, Orion takes it into his shop, we go to school, blah, 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 that's that. So Orion drives it home, Brennan's still in the back, and car's mint, car's not overheating or anything, I was psyched. So, it's not overheating, we get home, and then I call my mom, because I think it's a nice car now, because it's not overheating or anything. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I bought a car, I'm sorry. She's like, are you kidding me? No. But she did let me bring it home. So I brought it home, showed her it, she was like, this is a piece of shit. I'm like, no it's not, look, I'll start it. Car doesn't start, at all. Tried jumping it, didn't start. Tried pop starting it, didn't start. I swear, I think the ECU was fried or something. It didn't work whatsoever. And it was stuck on the side of the road in front of my house. my mom's like, you gotta get this thing out of here. So Orion gets his dad's Ridgeline, because I don't think he had the Miata yet. So he gets his dad's Ridgeline. We're trying to fucking jump start this thing, pop start it. We get it stuck on the side of the road, like down the street now, in front of somebody's house. We give up, we don't know what to do, so we put 2 bricks in the back tire. I knock on the lady's house that was in front of, and I was like, look, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. It's kind of stuck here, so we're just gonna leave it here. She's like, yeah, that's all right. Just try to get it out in a few days. A few days goes by, car's still there. I don't know what to do with it. So I call the junkyard, and the junkyard came and picked it up for 250 bucks. So I technically made $20 off my first car. I don't know if you guys like that story, but to me, I thought that was pretty funny. Biggest shit show. I don't think we can ever do anything. Like back in the day, still now. Back in the day, we couldn't do anything without something going wrong. Everything always goes wrong for us, and it's always a shit show. So that's my first car. I think I owned it for about a week. Got to drive it once, and oh yeah, I didn't tell you about the reverse. The day we got into Orion's, he used to on the street he used to live on. He used to live on like his driveway was a hill like this, and we pulled the car in, so that means we had to back the car out. So fucking, we're trying to back the car out. Halfway through, you hear kink. So we're like, what the fuck is that? What happens? Reverse goes. First day I had the fucking car. Well, second day technically in the morning. So we had to push it around fucking so we can just turn it. Yeah, that's that. So I cranked up my boost to 12 pounds. Watch this. Wanted to see a vlog, so I did this. I really hope this camera looks so sketchy to me, like it just fucking, it goes like this like 24/7. I'm like last time I made the vlog I was debating on posting it because I didn't know how bad it was, but a lot of people liked it, so I'm gonna post this one. Hopefully you guys like it again. But yeah, this thing's running on 12 pounds untuned. Wait till you see the video. Sometimes the boost creeps up to 15, but fuck it, it's all for fun. And it spins the whole first gear and chirps second. Pretty fucking sick if you ask me. AFRs are good. I fixed my air to fuel ratio, as you'll see in the video tomorrow. And yeah, so if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more stories, throw it down in the comments. I think the next story I'm going to be posting is how I almost, how do you say it? Waterlocked my Honda Civic, my silver one, if you guys remembered that. I tried turning it into like a off-road pig, but that's the next story. I'm gonna tell you guys how I almost waterlocked and got it stuck in a river. So if you guys want to hear about that, give it a thumbs up and put it down in the comments. And I'll see you tomorrow, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.